For entertainment purposes only.
Past life experiences. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about another past life experience I had, y'all. Cause I traveled through. I went through. I can remember different time periods. I remember a time where it was really beautiful. The architecture was really beautiful. You know what it looked like? It looked like those cathedrals and all that mud flood stuff. Y'all seen those videos? With those buildings that look really intricate and beautiful, all those were brand new. I remember I had a wife when I was younger, and she lived in a beautiful house that looked like a mansion. But everybody did during those times. And the clothing was real intricate with lace and ruffles and feathers and all kind of cool stuff. It was really intricate. It was a rich society, the whole earth. And I remember me and my mother used to go down to this bakery. But I told y'all about that already. Um, well, she lived in this house, and there was a balcony. It had two columns on the side, and I used to go up there in her window and talk to her through the window. And she had beautiful, fluffy pillows that was silk, and they was pink, and everything was like pink and white and just lace and beautiful and fluffy and stuff. And I remember that time period. I remember getting old there when we had children. And I remember we were sitting in our house, sitting on the couch, looking out the window, and I was about to die. And during this time period, everybody knew what happens after you die. It wasn't a mystery like now. You know, the government, they hide things from you. The big corporations, they just entities of Satan, of the demonic creatures that's about to be wiped off the face of this earth, along with the rich and powerful. All of them about to be wiped off the face of this earth. Yep. By the way, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and all you gangster rappers from back in the day, God gonna destroy y'all. Yeah, yeah. He gonna destroy y'all for the thing, for all the lives, the millions of lives y'all destroyed. Yeah, you ain't getting out of it. I'm not even playing. Sorry, I just had to say that part. Back to the story. During this time, everybody knew what happens after death. We had street lights and street signs and cars, and everything was more intricate and more beautifully designed. You know, it was almost like a remnants of the old golden age. Like it was the golden age. Uh, it was like the end of the end of the end of a golden age. And this cataclysm ended with a great storm. And this storm came from the sky, and it was darkness. Again, darkness came, and it destroyed and flooded the earth in different parts, and mud was covered the places. And also war happened. But during this time, I was sitting with my family on the couch, looking out the window. And we was talking about my death, because I was about to pass on, and I was at my house. And it was not a scary thing. It was not a big deal. We was talking about different things that we did to ensure that we meet each other in the next life. Like we knew stuff back then. Yep. I ended up passing away, and when I died, I hovered above my body. I saw my family hugging my body, and then I was gone. Here go another past life. I remember I lived on a hill of grass in a rock. It was a big orange looking stone, and we had carved into it a home. On the side of this grassy hill was this big old rock, and it was a door in the side of it. And we, I don't know how we carved into it. I don't know, but you walk in. I remember this house, man. I loved it. This house. It was so homey and cozy. See, when I think about these things, it brings back hurtful memories of the people I lost, and I remember their faces. Oh my God. Well, you walk straight in the door, you immediately turn left. That's the only way you can turn. And you go down some steps, down into the ground, like. And once you go down, it opened up. It was like these candles on the wall, like little lights on the wall as you go down the steps. When you go down, you turn right and you enter this big room. And it was like a slit light from like from the ceiling coming from the outside of the rock. It was like an opening, and vines and stuff hung down from right there, and they used to drip water into this little pool, and it smelled like herbs and smelled like incense. It was really beautiful and homey in there, like cooking smells. It was flowers and plants in there, and the walls was like a earth burnt orange color. And my wife, she was really nice. She was very dark skinned black lady with really thick hair. It was like a big puffy fro. And we had a daughter that looked just like her with a lot of hair. And I remember one day I had went out into the woods to do something, hunt, I think. And I had ate something or something. I had to eat something because my stomach was hurting so bad that I dropped everything I had. At first it wasn't that bad, but then it got really bad. And I dropped everything I had. And I rushed back to the house. I was sick. I don't know exactly why I was sick, though. And it was something not normal, though, because I remember we didn't get sick. And I ran back to the house and I collapsed on the ground right in front of the house. And my wife and my daughter was coming back with baskets. They had baskets of fruit. And she saw me and she dropped the baskets and they ran over to me. And she was holding me and she was saying, "What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?" And I died, y'all. And I floated right above my body. And she was holding me and crying like really, really bad. And she was just rocking and crying. I remember I missed my daughter, my wife, and my little daughter was right there. And she didn't really understand. She's probably about 6, 7 years old. And it hurted me. It hurted me. To this day, it hurt me. I remember their faces. And then I was gone. Yep, then I was gone. Here go another past life experience. I'm gonna tell you two more. This one was right before death. All I remember, I think I told y'all this one already. I'm gonna tell y'all another one. I lived in a cabin in America. My wife was like this little short Native American lady. Not with straight hair, though. Her hair wasn't straight, like bone straight, though. It was kind of kinky, but she was a Native American woman. She was brown skinned. She was really short. And I was a big guy. I was probably about 6 something, heavy set in that lifetime. But I had the same funny personality because I crack jokes and I'm a cool person, y'all, for real. Like, I'm super cool. And I remember some friends had came over and I was older, maybe in my 50s. And we had a real cozy little house. There was a bunch of cluttery stuff in there, but we knew where everything was. And she used to cook all the time. And my friends came over to get me to go do something. I think I used to be a police or something, some type of, something like that. I'm not sure. But they came to get me, and it was like the Wild West. And we ate and stuff, and the next morning we left. And I remember my wife had some brand new cowboy boots she had got for me from the market. And they was white, and they had a 5-point star on the side of them that was red on both sides. And I wore them. And I left with my friends, and then the next thing I know is we was in a shootout, and I was behind this rock. And we was cool at first, and then all my guys started getting hit. Each one of them started getting hit and getting killed. And I looked up over the rock, and I just so happened to catch a bullet right in the center of my forehead. I did not feel a thing. I did not feel nothing. All I know is I was hit. I fell face down in some water because it had started raining. And it was like a pool of water in front of me. I fell face down in that. And I was blinking and I was looking around. I was still woke, shot in the head. And I was like, oh man, I got hit. To myself, I'm gonna die. And like, as soon as I thought that, I was outside of my body, looking at my body, lay face down in some mud, muddy water. It was more watery, like it just rained. And then that was it. I don't remember no more. It's like once you hover out your body, you gone.